Welcome to Shift After Dark. I'm your host, we'll just say Willie Frazier for tonight, because we're going to take off all clergy and whatnot, and we're going to get down to the nitty gritty. And thank God for our sponsor, Robert Knight. And we have three beautiful people that for the first segment we're gonna talk about tonight, and I want y'all to introduce yourselves first.
Joanne Fleming.
Talisha Ford.
And I'm Crystal Allen.
Okay, these beautiful people was the ones on the last broadcast that we had, and they said some good nuggets. I ain't gonna lie, some of the stuff I kind of cringed at. So we're gonna go back at it this time around. So maybe I get a better understanding before I attack. I don't know about attack, but just get my side of the story. But if we had to use for a subject today, what you looking for? So we have three situations. Okay, you're
Single.
Married.
Newly divorced single.
okay. And so the question what you're looking for, okay, you're single, never been married. So what you looking for? Okay, now that you're married, there's always room for progression. So what you looking for? You already been through marriage. Okay. So the first, well, that one didn't work, so you have a better understanding of what you're looking for. So that's the point, what I'm trying to say. Okay, and me, my background, never been married, church boy at heart, not just saved and in the church, I'm a minister of the gospel. And for a long time, I thought I knew what I was looking for until I started dating. We're gonna start with me. I thought I knew what I was looking for until I started dating. And then I went from this to this. I know there's nobody, the perfect marriage, because I don't want y'all to jump down my throat, and the women and whoever's gonna be watching. I know it's not a perfect relationship, but as you begin to date, you'll get a sense of, well, at least for me, what I wanted. Now I'm gonna tell you the truth. I got in trouble the last time somebody asked me this question, what I'm looking for. I got in trouble. I got kicked, well, I ain't gonna tell out my business. I got kicked out of a church for telling folk what I was looking for. And now that I think about it, I would add more to what I told them. But anyway, let's start with Miss Allen. What are you looking for?
Well, I would say, as time has progressed and as I am maturing as a woman and in God, I'm seeing that what I thought was most important from a just taking a list perspective of what I thought I wanted has changed or shifted in priorities. I'll say it like that. But character, and just being able to communicate and a oneness with God, and being able to be on the same page or be able to flow parallel, and just be a free spirit that living and enjoying God, to sum it all up. Just to sum it up.
Okay, now I'm gonna go back to some words you said in the last broadcast.
Okay.
What about this build a bear? You said, you didn't want no
Okay.
Could you explain that a little bit further?
Okay.
But being
Okay.
that there's not a perfect, so
Right.
what do you mean by build a? I didn't say build a, but you didn't say build a bear.
I did
Yeah,
say
you did.
build
Okay.
there. I did.
Right.
I did.
I didn't want to misquote.
Well, before God, before I found Christ, or matured in Christ, I can just only speak for me as a woman, single woman, just dating. Okay, you may see someone that you're attracted to, and you go out on a couple of dates, and they may not. You'll find yourself. I know I find myself trying to redress or trying to change them, and it's okay from the outside perspective, there's nothing wrong with that. But when I find myself trying to change a person's character, that wasn't gonna,
Okay,
I couldn't do that.
right.
I couldn't do that. That's something God has to do, because I realized that I can't even, I could work on my children's behavior, but when you're a grown man, and I can definitely make some suggestions. We can have a discussion, but at the end of the day, there's deeper work, just like with me. So what I'm saying is, I can't just say, hey, look, this is what, if this makes sense, I just can't say, hey, I want you to be this, because then after I've shifted you all, told you what I want you to be, I can't just cut this out of you. I mean, then he's no longer genuine who he was. You know
Right,
what I mean?
okay, can I put this on you? So, was you as open about yourself, about your weaknesses and everything with him from Jump Start, or did you try to hide it?
Yes and no, because there's some things that I didn't know that I was dealing with, and I'm speaking from a past perspective of being young and not knowing. I'm speaking from a past perspective, so of course things are totally different now. But I think we hid a lot of things. I hid a lot of things that I didn't bring, or I said too much, and then the things that I wanted. Oh, I wanted to be this. I want to be married. I want to stay over here and have this many children, or go here, and then that person find themselves trying to be just that. Do that when there's nothing genuine at heart. They're trying to be everything that you just described, and there's nothing genuine there, if this makes sense, because it's a lot. It's an umbrella of things, but
Okay.
it's broad.
Okay. Before I go any further, for those that are watching, like, share with as many people as you can, so that we can get the word out about Shift After Dark. Okay, Sister Joanne.
Same question.
Okay, I will start with it. Go ahead.
Same question.
What I want?
Yes. Go ahead.
Just like I said last time, that's still the same. But being faithful to Christ and themselves first. And being able to, just being faithful to Christ. If you know Christ and you know what you're supposed to be doing, you first learn what your role is as the husband. When you know what your role is as the head, then I feel like everything else will trickle down. I mean, it's the umbrella. Once you know your role, and you can play your part, but you can't. I just feel like once you have faith in Christ, and once you know Christ, and you trust Christ, and you got that relationship with Christ yourself, you'll know how to treat a strong woman. I'm a real strong-minded individual.
Right.
So that's what I want. And I can be a bit overbearing at times.
Yeah.
I
I think most women.
I was about to come on.
Don't come for me now, but yeah. Most women, yeah.
But that's it. Once a man know his role, cause I say, with me, I'm a romantic. You can watch a movie, you can watch a cartoon, you can watch anything. to let you see how a house supposed to run. So I don't understand look at Brother Hope. You can see how you can see an imaginary situation, and it's no excuse to say you don't know how something is supposed to go. If you didn't see it in your house, it's no excuse. So if I have tried to learn how to be who I need to be in a relationship, that's what I'm looking for, somebody who can play their part and not try to pretend or just do it just enough to get what you want
Yeah, I can understand that, because in my stamp,
I have a question when you get through.
in my experience, I'm pretty much what you see is what you get. I'm gonna tell you the truth, even if it kind of hurts me.
Mhm.
But I'm gonna tell you the truth,
Mhm.
and I'm not trying to hurt you, but I can be kind of blunt sometimes.
Mhm.
And me personally, what I'm looking for, I used to, when I first started out, I was like, I want to save, sanctified, nothing, everything, just la. And then the first one that I really dated, she was all that. She was short, thick than coke. She
Look at her snook.
yeah, it's short, and she was red bone. I was like, I don't mind it. That's it right there. And I started dating, and cause
Can I say this? Being in the church family now and trying to be here and be a effective member in this body, I see now that church people are not perfect people.
right,
Church men are not men who got it all together. But
Right.
that's why I said, if you faithful to Christ first, and I ain't talking about just speaking scriptures and know the Bible. I'm just saying, if you got an inch in your mind of some moral, something.
right. Because I'm glad you said it, because it was something you said last time. A man with standards. That's what you said.
You remember that? Didn't you?
Yeah. And TT said something too, so I just want, I ain't trying to put you on the spot, but yeah, you said something, yeah, it's no perfect, but I thought that she was the perfect one. But behind the scenes, it was, now let me be clear, now, this one was in North Carolina, because people might replay, this was in North Carolina. And she might even stumble on this, so, well, I'm telling the truth,
Maybe she didn't.
it didn't work. And she was anointed, she could preach, I was like, man, I think I found someone, and,
That sound like love right there.
right. But I had to cut it off, cause like you said, when you have standards, let a man knows his way, knows the Lord in all of his ways, and he shall direct him. So I prayed. I was like, Lord, this look like the one. Let me know. I'll be doggone the next day, my money just fell. Not on the floor, it through the floor. I mean, things started happening. Cause I was like, I'm finna get ready to date. We finna go someplace. And I had a little money stacked up, and next thing I know, it just went haywire. I said, Lord, okay, I asked for a sign. That didn't work. I tried to, but it didn't work. So it went to other ones, but do you remember what you said, Sister TT?
I don't remember.
You don't? Okay. You said, okay, how do y'all, and this is an open question to all three of you. You said, now you pretty much said, okay, leadership, you want the man to lead. You don't mind him leading.
Wow, no.
Okay, the statement was like, I need the man to know where he going.
Now can
I
I
ain't
say?
gonna follow him, don't know where he going.
Now let me tell you this.
Cause I'm gonna preface like that. If you want the man of God that you're looking for, he's gonna have to walk. And this is not gonna be preaching. He's gonna be walking by faith. Now faith is a
Substance of things hoped.
hope for, the evidence of things.
Not
So a lot of time he ain't gonna pretty much a good bit of the time he ain't gonna really know where he's going. But as long as are you saying that as long as he's walking by faith, or you don't mind? Because in the back of my mind, now this go more for preachers. If you want to marry a preacher, I heard this one woman. She was like, "I know my husband's gonna be a preacher," and I was like, It made me cringe because I seen how she act. Now, if you want just somebody to say it in church, that's fine. That's fine. It's not that much on him. But preachers have a heavier responsibility. I don't think you never.
Come on, sir.
Either one of y'all said anything about wanting a preacher. Y'all just want him to be saved.
whoever God sent.
Well, so what if he sing you a preacher? Fivefold deacon.
10-4. That'll be awesome. Long as-
So this thing about knowing where he going, a lot of times if he walking by faith, if his faith is growing and if it's stretching, sometimes he ain't gonna know where he going. And the thing is, when you start speaking doubt into him, that makes him fold in on himself a little bit more. This is my little viewpoint. Because the woman can be a strength or she can be a detriment to the man. That's one thing that I said, what I'm looking for. Somebody, she don't necessarily have to be a preacher, but she got to understand a preacher's life because I'm leaning on her for strength. And if she start nagging it, that's not strength. If she start nagging it, it's not strength. So that's what I'm looking for. So, having said that, what do y'all think about having a man that's in the church, in the Lord? And I'm gonna say this too. Sometimes a saved man might be the worst thing. But anyway, go ahead.
You got to explain that, Pastor. Explain that part. He might be the worst thing for you.
Because I understand it because you was like with standards and a living following God. But then you have those, they have to look that they following God. Oh my God, you look up there and oh God, that's a man of God. I just want him. But then they are some of the, then when you marry them, but since you done been in marriage before, I think you'll see the signs before they even, you'll see the sign. But they can look so anointed, but they perverts behind closed doors. They beat, they speak down on it, and then they get up in the pulpit and preach it. Just oh my God, they look like they so anointed. So that's what I mean by sometimes a saved person can be quote unquote saved person is the worst thing for you. So I have anything about what I just said? I said a whole lot.
I would just say that I would say I know, and God is unfolding my walk, so I will be okay. I will be okay if the Lord send either, but I do realize that there is a great sacrifice. Me being the person that I believe that I am, in attention or how I am, but I believe the Lord has shaped me, and throughout these years of different things because I just leave it at that. I believe the Lord has shaped me. I'll put it like that.
You believe that?
I believe.
Are you sure?
I believe that He is shaping me because where I used to be hungry for a lot of attention.
I'm glad you said it. Say it again.
Hungry for a lot of attention, you might not get it.
Thank you.
And I have, like I said, I believe I've been shaped in different areas for my future.
Okay.
Okay.
Before y'all, because it looked like you got something to say. TT ain't said that. We gonna get you. Just Now, Fee, how you doing, Fifi? I know her. Sister Felicia Lovejoy, she said, I think both man and woman should know their purpose, and if you are suitable for each other, then purpose is aligned. And I think that is so crucial. Cause I have an idea somewhere of the route that I'm going. So, and I'm knowing my purpose and everything. So even though some of it I don't want, I know what my purpose is gonna be and where I'm headed. So yeah, and that is good. If the other person don't know their purpose, don't know their calling, don't know what they want out of life, something beyond cars and house and a picket fence and all that, something beyond that, because there's a purpose. You're on this earth for something. So if you don't know your purpose, what passion, what drives you, then it's gonna be a little out of balance. Cause if the man know where he going, where he don't know, what I'm saying, his purpose, and the woman, or vice versa, and the woman don't know, it's gonna be a little fight. Cause she gonna fight tooth and nail, cause she don't really understand what's going on. So if both of you know what's going on, your purpose, at least a goal that you're striving towards, then both of y'all can align. Sister TT, if you got anything to say, okay, Sister Fifi, I'll call you that. You go ahead.
I don't have anything to say. Oh, well, I was gonna say something as far as like the leading part. So my opinion is like starting off not being married. I mean, being married, not saved, and like over the years got saved.
Right. That's another viewpoint. Yeah.
So like my outlook on like leading the way is like when we first got married, you didn't know the way.
Right.
Neither one of us know the way. We 19, 20 years old married. So now here we are 30, 31 married, still saved, no God. So of course I would want my husband to, lead the way. You ought to know the way by now. And when I say by now is I know it doesn't. It takes some people longer than others, and some stuff comes naturally. But some stuff ain't hard. The grass either now. Some stuff just fall to you in your hand. So I just feel like as far as leading and it all plays a part back on being submissive as well. Like, why would I be submissive to someone that you don't know where you're going? I'm trying to follow you and I don't know where I'm going. So now that, hey, we both know where we're going, we both know where we're trying to go. So let's, lead the way as the man, as the husband, all the time. That was my biggest thing last time. Okay. Don't just do it when you get ready. You need to be the man all the time. Lead the way all the time. Be the husband all the time.
Okay. That's wonderful. Okay. I want to come back to something Sister Crystal said about the attention. Okay, this is another one. When I was living in North Carolina, this was a long distance one. And I had a job that I worked 12 to 16 hours a day. I would be at work. Okay. And I tried to keep a long distance relationship. Eventually we would have met, but I was trying to do the long distance thing. Okay. Okay. For this next segment, I want to switch Sister Crystal and Sister
Christian.
Okay. Christian and Sister Christian, you're right. We're gonna add another warrior to the panel. Sister Christian. How big is trust? Woo! The reason why I say that, this one woman, that I was trying to do the long distance, and I had one successful. I've had maybe 3 long distance, and 2 of them were kind of successful. This one wasn't. Lord, when I tell you that I'm working 12 to 16 hours a day, okay, it's 24 hours in a day, so I ain't got time to be talking to nobody else. I don't work 16 hours. I'm tired. I'm going home. You got 8 hours, 8, 16, 24. So in them 8 hours that I'm home, I got to cook, eat, clean, get some rest so I can get up tomorrow morning. I ain't got time to be flirting with nobody else. So how big is trust? So it got to the point where I told her, look, I need a little space. She was like, what you mean? I was like, I need some time from you. And she said, oh, okay. And I ain't heard them from since. Because I'm the kind of person, I'm plain and outspoken. If I say I ain't doing nothing, I'm not doing nothing. So how big is trust? I know some women, they go through this thing where they got hurt so many times, but it's so crucial not to carry past. Now you learn from your past experience, but if I done told you, I'm upfront. Now this is me. Some men might be different, but I tell you my schedule and everything. You can just about calculate in your mind what I'm doing. Okay, if I work 12, 13, 14, 16 hours, I ain't got time to be flirting with nobody else. And I'm talking to you, I'm trying to spend time. Oh God, I'm venting. I'm trying to spend time. I'm trying to spend time. And then think about attention. Okay, and then plus, when you add the preacher side onto, I gotta deal with preaching, praying for people, working with people on the altar, and then to come home and have to deal with can y'all help me?
Preach,
'Cause
sir. Preach.
Where is the trust? If I say I love you, that's what it means. Okay, and you ain't gotta drive by my house to see. Now, if I show the signs that I'm cheating on you, that's a different thing.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty much women in general, they have an inbred third sense,
Yeah.
sixth sense.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying,
That woman's intuition.
right. But I'm the kind of person, y'all can pretty much tell me, I'm up front, I'm gonna tell you, even if I was cheating on you, look, I'm sorry. Somebody that look better than you.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, you say yourself up, buddy.
Don't come for me now. But I'm just saying.
On Facebook Live.
Lord, I will run into folks in the market. They go, somebody better. Ain't nobody better, you know. But anyway, I'm just saying, how good, we gonna start, because she didn't say that, but, and then we gonna be Christian, and then, how big is trust in all areas? How good, how much is, and what trust is given, it's on both sides. I understand that too. So, what do you know about trust? There you go.
Well, trust is very important to me. I had a real bad trust issue in the beginning of my relationship and marriage, but it wasn't because of past relationships with previous men. It was past relationships with other people. You get what I'm saying? So my trust issue now, then compared to now, I don't have any. It is what it is. You doing what you're doing, you know, you got to take it up with you and God. You know, I don't nag how I used to.
Yeah.
So.
But I don't want to get it to that point. I'm not sure if this, I don't want to get to the point where the woman will like, well, screw it. You do you, and I'm going to do me. We just together just to build family. You know, I don't want to get to that part,
No,
that point.
No, I can still care and not be nagging though. I can still not have, okay, like for instance, me and my husband, I don't have trust issues, but I don't go, well, you know what I'm saying, at him either, but I don't.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm trying.
I don't wanna vent, you go
No,
ahead.
you can go ahead.
The Bible said, the Bible said, it's better to be on a rooftop than in a house with a contentious, with
Leaking faucet. Boy.
So, the best way, okay, for me personally, I don't know about nobody else. If you want something to happen, you want me to do something, the strongest, and this might sound, well, it ain't gonna sound weird, cause both, all three of y'all say, the best thing you can get to me is get on your knees and pray.
Jesus. Come on.
And another thing, I'm not, for those potential misphrases, I would put it like this, you can get anything you want out of me, if it's in my power. Like King Herod said, even to the half of my kingdom, such as it is, I give to you. You just gotta know how to talk. If you can rub my head just a little bit and speak kindly, you can get just about anything you want.
Amen.
But if you nag and just, and you ain't did it, and you ain't do that,
Well, have you ever tried to figure out, like, why is she nagging?
right, I did. Okay, cause people gonna watch this. Let me, and I don't want nobody, he talking about me. And I done had several, and it looked like the common thing, when I try to get to the root of the problem, they don't wanna talk about it. I'll sit there and say, what the problem is. I don't know, let's just go for, not just one, y'all. I want you to hear me clearly. So y'all won't be trying to jump on me in the market when y'all see me. More than one relationship, and like I said, I've always looked at myself and like, is it me? What am I doing? So it ain't like, and if y'all tell me something, and Lord knows I'll take it into, but I always try to get to the root of the problem. What is it? I mean, every reason that you done gave me for being like you is, we done talked through it and you done admitted yourself that it don't make sense why you mad. So what's the root of it? Who done hurt you? Who done damaged you? Who done damaged you so much that you can't trust nobody?
Right, yeah. Okay, that's what I was about to say, because, like, my opinion is, how can I say it? Okay, like, just as me being married, my nag, okay, like, back then, my nagging, I could honestly say it probably didn't have anything to do with my husband. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
More of things I went through in the past, people that hurt me in the past, and maybe it was just you was doing certain stuff that reminded me of the things that they done to hurt me, so you're my target now. You get what I'm saying? So, and that's wrong, of course, but that's just my opinion.
Okay.
Why I name.
Start and say something, and then I want to add something, because you just said something that kind of, and then after this, we're going to take a few minutes and we're going to call the next segment. We're going to have testosterone up here, So you go ahead, Susan.
I was gonna say pretty much what she said, piggyback off of what she said. I mean, most women and men, when they enter into a relationship, most people are already broken. So, I mean, I think it's a self-reflection. You gotta look within yourself, like, I don't think it's necessarily the actual partner or whoever they dating, the reason why they're lashing out or the reason why they're nagging. I think it's just more of something internal that they're dealing with. And like she said, it may not be a bad relationship. It may be, issues with mommy and daddy issues, or something may have happened in the past, or something may have happened on their job.
Right.
Like she said, something may trigger it. Because I know a lot of stuff trigger me. Like, it may not even have to do nothing with Sean. Like, I see, like, certain stuff, or if he elevate his voice to a certain level, and I know, like, my mom used to yell, I love you, mom, but my mama used to yell, my grandma used to yell, so that takes me to a whole nother level, in our relationship. So now it's like you the issue because now you yelling and you sound like my mama. So
Right.
now we got an issue going on between us, all because that just triggered something inside of me. Because I don't like all that loud noise. I don't like all the yelling. I don't like all the going back and forth. And so I think it's just something dealing with maybe your past or maybe some your own self issues. So I just feel like when you go into a relationship, you really need to be whole for yourself before you even get with anybody. But most people, they'll jump out of one relationship, go to another one. So now you got that baggage.
Because they missed
and
that
then,
companion, they missed
they
that.
missed it. So you jumping from one bed to the next bed, that bed to the next bed, and then them folk were soul tied together. These people soul tied together. So now you got all these soul ties tied in
We
together.
were gonna get to that too.
Oh, I ain't mean to go ahead.
You
but
go ahead, though.
but that's pretty much my whole take on the reason why people probably nag or have trust issues because it may be just past incidents or, you know, things that may remind them of certain stuff. It may not be just that person because you may be the person for them, but that person may not even be whole coming into the relationship.
Okay, that's right. Right there. They might not be whole. So sometimes it's good to just, even if you were meant to be together, until that person is whole, you can step away from it.
Step away.
Because if you don't, then you'll end up going.
Catastrophic.
Yeah, so it's always good to just step away from them, give them space. And strong, like you said, you're a strong woman. So when there's a strong woman, there need to be a balance, a balance of strength in the man too. Okay, and then it was something you said. Okay, one thing that triggers me in a relationship is manipulation.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay. Cause I'm a straightforward person. So I don't have to throw shade or I'm pretty much straightforward. If I got a problem with you, I'm gonna come to you and I'm gonna talk. I'm gonna come at you, you know, as you just take it as you will. So manipulation, one of the things that trigger me is manipulation because of some of, like you said, some of the things you've been through in the past. You see the signs of it in another relationship, and then I just shut all the way down. You ain't gonna hear nothing from me. If I hear that, you. So what do y'all know about manipulation? What I mean by that is your actions, your words, your deeds, you calculating stuff. You know the person's ways. You know what they do. Okay, you know that I be on TikTok. So you make a video specifically aimed at me.
Subliminal.
But you ain't gonna say my name. And this is something real, y'all. They know you're gonna check their page. So they make videos speaking directly to you. And it's not just one video, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. They know you're gonna watch, so they make videos specifically aimed at you, and they stay silent the whole time. That's manipulation. Because they're trying to get a rise out of you or something. So they can start that back over again. So that's one manipulation. Or either passive aggressive, what they call that? Passive aggressive. And most women, y'all forgive me, y'all. Most women, they do have a passive aggressive side. I ask you what's wrong with you. Nothing's wrong. How you doing today? You doing fine. You know, you just, not you not. Just as fake as I don't know what. But that passive aggressive, and that's manipulation because you want him to do a certain thing. So how, and I'm not saying women don't want to do that, y'all. Men can do it too. But have y'all experienced that? And is that a big turn off? will that shut you all the way down? Now, for me personally, that shut me all the way down. Because I know you're trying to get a rise out of me, trying to get something out of me. Once I see that manipulation, I'm not even going, I'm gonna shut down. I used to respond to stuff like that. But now I just, so what do y'all think about that? Am I making sense, y'all? Any of y'all got anything to say about that?
I think manipulation come on both sides. I have manipulated the situation to get what I want. So I can't just point at my husband or whoever I was in a relationship with. I have used something I know they like, or I have manipulated the situation to get what I want. I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Well, at least you're honest. I mean, me personally, I'm kind of, I don't even know if I did, if I have somebody in my past lives in relations, they can let me know. But me personally, I've always been kind of straightforward. So with manipulation, and not just in relationship, in church, in general, everything. When I use, it's just a feeling I get. You ain't got to worry with that TikTok video. You ain't got to worry about me. Not no more. You ain't got to worry about me because we through. So
I agree with the one. I have manipulated people to get what I wanted. I don't anymore, but I have in the past. And it all fell back on like past situations though. But I used to always think that people was always out to get, like nobody never had your best interest at heart. So I'm gonna get you before you get me.
right.
So but I thank God for growth. I thank God for a new mind frame, new mindset. So
And I'm so glad you said that because I had been through so much that I just expected people to just try to take care of, do something.
right.
And I had to break that when I came back to Georgia. I had to get broke of that because when I was in North and South Carolina, it looked like everybody was out to get something. They didn't have my genuine interest at heart. It was just always something that they wanted. If it wasn't my talent, it was my support. If it wasn't, what I mean by support, support. If it wasn't that, money. If it wasn't that, a ride, a gift, borrowing $20. They aimed with something. It wasn't genuinely, I want to be your friend. And it comes out in the watch, but it all come out in the watch in the range. Your ultimate goal is going to come out sooner or later. And so when I got back to Georgia, because I moved away for a while, I came back to Georgia. I had to get broke at that because, and I think Bishop, he was the one that helped me out of that because I was like, well, what she want? What is it? Because I always expected somebody to just, manipulate, because that's the environment I was in. Forgive me for those in North and South Carolina, it's just the truth. It was just something they always wanted. It's some goal that they were pushing toward. So, manipulation. Sister Chris.
I know I've manipulated some situations to get what I wanted. I do it now, my husband. But anyways, I know a lot of people have done it to me because I feel like I got a heart of gold. I'm just nice. I wear my heart on my sleeve. So I know people have manipulated a lot of situations with me, whether it was in business, whether it was family, whether it was so-called friends, my children, probably my husband. But I mean, people just do that. I know, I guess like you said, I guess they just gravitate to me because I am just a nice person. And I know me, I'm a sucker for, I guess people just, give a sob story or something maybe going on. And I always just fall into certain stuff. And so I guess that's how people always can kind of like shook and jive me or maneuver me a certain way. Because I don't like confrontation. I just don't like a whole bunch of stuff, so I give in easy. So I know they're just like, if the kids say they want, I don't know, some candy, and I know they done ate about 5 pieces of candy, they do it long enough, keep manipulating, like, please, 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 like, keep manipulating. Listen, don't eat candy. Because I just don't want, I don't know, I just don't like all of it. So I kind of give in easy. So I guess that's why I kind of easily get manipulated too. But I'm working on that though.
Right.
But I'm gonna shut
You
down.
have to build a little resilience. towards
Yeah.
it, and just know how to deal with it because every situation is different. So you have to build yourself accordingly.
Yeah.
And but yeah, go ahead.
Before we get off the stage, for the women's side, I wanna ask you,
Okay.
do what I wanna ask you last time.
All right.
Are you ready to share your life with another?
Yeah.
In every area, are you ready?
Yes.
Are you
But
ready?
I-
Are you ready to share the kitchen? Are you ready to share everything with another?
I don't know about kitchen now.
See?
That's a good one.
You usually need to, like the Bible says, show yourself approved. A workman need not to be ashamed.
Well, you can find
And I tell you to go there,
That's-
well, I ain't gonna tell you. If I ask you to go there and you know I love grits and you mess up a pot of grits, no, I'm gonna be like Gordon Ramsay. Get out of the kitchen. I'm not gonna do like you. Get the hell out of the kitchen. But no, I'm not gonna do that. But I just, yeah, I'm willing to share the kitchen a little bit.
See?
Now the kitchen has become my passion in ways, and I always strive. It's just like preaching. I strive to improve and build knowledge. It's just like, yeah.
Okay.
And I'm pretty sure he laid it out on the table, let the woman know, hey, I like to cook. So that's pretty much almost like a cater point. Cause if I can lay in bed naked good, I mean, hey, do your thing, Frazier. You don't need no
Okay,
reach.
and since we on this, I love your filet mignon and your steaks and your lobsters. But sometimes I'm a country boy, so I'll just go in the kitchen and throw something together. I don't even know what to name it.
Just throw it together.
Yeah, just whatever's in there. That's just me. So, and then a woman going down, what is this? What is this? I don't want no mess.
That's you right there now.
See, that'll hurt my little heart.
It hurt mine too.
Yeah, so I'm a country boy at heart, so sometimes I might throw something together. I'm glad you said that. Yeah, this is an open session.
Obese Frazier.
Yeah, I'll throw something together. Don't come to the table to my what it is. I don't want it. And then you taste it, then you want to eat the whole plate. But yeah, that just hurt my little feeling. That bruised my ego. Tread like.
Yeah, because when you date like me, I like to decorate. And my problem, that's why I said your passion in the kitchen, mine decorate. And in the past, I really don't like my mate's input on something I'm so passionate about. So that's why I say, and that's what I got to learn. That's why I asked you, are you ready to be?
Not cooking. I'm sorry. Oh, if you got some good views on cooking and stuff, I'm open. But don't tell me how to
See that?
work.
Yeah.
Like, don't take one pat of butter. Take two pats. If I want one pat of butter, I'm gonna put one pat of butter on it. Don't tell me to put two or three. Well, anyway, any other cooking techniques and stuff, but don't baby me like, no, don't do that. Do this. I just have this thing about that. If you just breathe and dominate,
That's why I said a lot
we
of
just
stuff.
eat bologna sandwiches and let it be done.
That's why I said a lot of stuff we want, we really have not thought about. That's another person coming in.
But I say too, the one.
Fifi said
Like
y'all
I said, I
need to
think
remain
about-
single until you're ready to share.
I think if you lay it out on the table, it can be compromised. Like you said, you like to decorate. Sean already know. Don't come into my about that curtain to hang that there. We ain't compromising on that. I'm HGTV status. So
And the thing is about decorating, I call myself, I'm not that good with decorating. I stick to basic black, white, blue.
ooh. Tragedy.
You know what I mean? Just.
noticed? Everything blue.
Yeah, I sometimes I sprinkle a little brown in. So I'm not good with decorating, so I yield the floor to somebody. But if it's gonna get in the way of me cooking and you know, how I like to move in the kitchen, then yeah, we're gonna have a problem. So just, yeah, okay, Fifi, yeah, she did say you need to be willing to share, so I have to, yeah. I'm glad you said it, yeah.
You're compromised.
Cause see, in my past, and I hate to say that because, you know, but in my past situation, I'm like I said, I'm a decorator. I'm very bad shopper.
Mary
So-
Carter said you go on and cook, baby.
I'm telling you.
So if that person ain't got the same views you got, you find yourself dumbing down who you are to keep the peace in the relationship. That's something I wanna make sure when the real one comes, I ain't gotta stop who I am or hide my stuff at another house, or because you don't want me to be doing, I can't, you
Yeah,
shouldn't drown out.
I would rather somebody be like that. Don't hide, cause if I marry you and then you come out the bag with something, I'm like, I thought it was like this, and you know.
He just gonna see it on the wall. He'll just see a picture hanging up a new pillar.
Can I ask a question?
Okay, we can. Okay, let me introduce you to the second half. Thank y'all. Thank y'all for being. Look, I get this TV thing down good enough. I thank and appreciate all of y'all for y'all help. We finna bring the men of Shift After Dark, okay? And we're gonna have. Yeah, come on. Don't feel some kind of way. I'm sorry, y'all.
Now we finna get.
Let me read some of the, I think Sister Chavanya Edwards, she said, I think we all have been manipulated and also been manipulated at some time or another. And then Sister T. Howell, she said, passive aggressiveness can be frustrating, especially when you want to reach a solution for conflict or problem. Sister Fifi said that y'all are beautiful ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sister Fifi.
They said thank you, Sister Fifi. Okay. What time it is? What time it is, y'all?
8:44.
Okay, we got it. Welcome to the second half of Shift After Dark. The first half was estrogen. with a little bit of testosterone over here. So now I got some help.
Oh my God, sir, you do.
Okay. Oh, and it looked like
I couldn't wait to get up here.
I'm burning. Now look, I'm trying to save marriages, y'all. I'm trying to save them. So don't go out there talking about some phrases that messed up my marriage. I'm trying to put some people together. And those that are already together, I'm trying to keep y'all together. Lord, I hope this don't go out wrong. Lord, I pray that everything be done in decent and in order, and that some good will come of this, and that I won't be put on the chopping block and hung for what we're about to get.
Amen.
Yeah, Bishop ready. Everybody look like they're ready. Okay, I'm just gonna throw it out there. So you're single. Introduce yourself first.
I'm Robert Knight, and yes, I'm single.
Oh, jeez.
I'm Sean Holt, married to Krishna Holt. And my name is Morris Ford, and I'm married to Talisha Ford.
Okay, so you have, and then you have me, William Frazier, single, never been married. I'm trying to get there. If I don't, I'll be content. But anyway, okay, open discussion. So you're married, both of y'all been married. And so, same question, what you looking for?
Let's see, how up here. Let's see.
Smoking.
We're gonna start with Bishop to set the tone.
What am I looking for?
Yeah.
I'm a human being, as being a visual, so yes, attractiveness is very important. You have to know what you're attracted to, and, everything that's attractive might not be attractive to you. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder, so you have to know what you're attracted to, but for me, conversation, someone who listens, someone who loves God, someone who loves the God in me. A lot of times people think, and I'm just saying this, looks do matter to me, but a lot of people think just because you're cute and you throw some hair up in your head and put on a skirt, that's supposed to get me. It takes more than that, because at the end of the day, you could be dense as I don't know what. You know what I'm saying? What we gonna talk about? I like conversation. I'm not just rooted and grounded in one area. I have a diverse vocabulary, conversation, all of that. So I like to switch from subjects to subjects. I like speaking to people that have intellect, that have knowledge. I'm not knocking anybody else, but I'm just telling you what I like, because that was the question, what do I like? But you can have awesome conversation, be intellectual, and that'll make you see past even how you look. So that's the thing with me. But see, some people think just because Rapunzel let her hair down out the window that I'm gonna climb up, and that's not true. And I'm just being honest. A lot of people like, well, I put on this outfit because I want to catch his eye and all of that. It's your brain. The brain is the most stimulating thing to me.
Yes. Yes. Can I say
Yeah, go ahead, sir.
Because it's, like you said, the man can be, I worked in North Carolina for a while, and there was this one woman there, my God, she was built like Meg Thee Stallion. And she was open to conversation. I said, oh God, let me try to jump on this. I went over there and I started talking with her, Lord knows, within 10 minutes of talking with her, I got a headache so bad. I said, oh my God. I was like, okay, you know, I see you around. I went about my table, I was like, Lord have mercy, that was the most excruciating. Cause everything I said, I don't like that. I was like, okay. So I tried to elaborate. I don't like that.
You know I'm from North Carolina. Don't be talking about my cousin like that.
This was up in North Carolina. I had to make that specific so I won't have nobody trying to run up on me and jump on me. Like I said, next time they see me, they have some words. But I'm talking about this specific one in North Carolina, and I'm quite sure she's not on my friend list. Oh my God! Unless somebody run tell her they don't even know who I'm talking about. So, yeah, this one, she looked good, looked awesome, but the conversation. I read. This is personally, I'm quite sure Rob. He reads. He's a prolific reader. So I like stimulating conversation, new ideas and everything. And I was trying to work a conversation with her, and all I could hear was, no, I don't like that. Okay, that good right there. And I'm like, oh, and there's another one. I forgot about this one. But we're going to carry that for later on. But this one, she was just, it was like, oh my God. I'm trying to carry on the conversation. Okay, so what you looking at?
Can I finish?
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. And I just got to say this too. I'm the type of person, I'm not one-dimensional. I'm a third-dimensional type of person. So it's like I'm open to different experiences, I'm open to trying different things. Being in a relationship, I'm just being honest with someone, and all you eat is collard greens, soul food, and Chinese, and you're not open to anything else, that's a big turn off for me. Hey, I'm just being honest. I like somebody that's diverse. We finna go eat this Thai food. We finna go try this Indian, this Mediterranean. Somebody that's open.
Greek.
You know, I don't like someone that I'm trying to, you know, open you up to a new experience and try this, and you're like, you won't even give it a chance just because you're not used to it because of the way that you were raised. I mean, it's a turn off for me. I'm not trying to knock nobody, but you asking me what I like. So,
Right.
okay, and I got one more thing. Ooh, I was finna say it, but y'all would get me if I said it like that.
No, we won't.
Come on, Bishop.
I'm not gonna say it like that. So, another thing that I don't like, because if you want to know what I like, I have to tell you what I don't like. I don't like when a woman is, you're waiting on, what's the prince name
Charming.
in Snow White? You
Prince
waiting on me to
Charming.
come, oh, Prince Charming. You waiting on Prince Charming to come so I can sweep you off your feet and do everything for you, but what are you gonna do for me? What are you bringing to the table? And it's like some women sit back and they're doing nothing. I'm being honest, I dated a few. They're not doing anything. They're sitting back waiting on you to come raise their children, you to provide for them, you to buy for them, get their hair fixed, all of this, and they're not bringing anything to the table. And they always say, I'm looking for a man to come in to do this and that. But the woman, you got to offer something too. It's got to be a mutual thing. So you got to bring something to the table too. It takes more than your looks. You put on a skirt, you know what I'm saying? You bending over twerking. I'm sorry. It takes more than that. Just because you got a split don't mean that you finna get all my money. And I'm just saying, I'm just being honest. A lot of times women think because they got a split, they can get anything out you. I'm just being honest, that's not the truth. You got to come with the real with me. You can get sex anywhere. They gonna get me, but I'm just keeping it real. You can get sex, I can get sex anywhere. I make a phone call now. But if I'm looking for somebody I can spend my life with, and a lot of times women approach you and they see the potential in you. A lot of times, I'm just being honest, and then they'll say, you a pastor, I want to be a friend lady. It take more than, I'm sorry, you cute and everything, but can you cover me in prayer? Can you cast out a demon? If I got a cough in my chest, can you pray it away? I'm looking for somebody that understands the God in me, the anointing on my life, and what God is doing in my life, and she can walk with me, and she can push me, and not make everything about her. I'm not talking about all women, but I've been associated with women that wanted it all to be about them. They don't care nothing about you pastoring, you working a job. They don't care nothing about your life. They want all the attention, and I'm done.
Okay, I feel like we need to get some stuff out.
Well, the only thing I was gonna add to, I can totally agree with Bishop on every aspect, because that's kind of like the same stuff that I'm looking for, want in my marriage. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that I can talk to, intellectual, instead of about, you know, stuff that don't really matter. You know what I'm saying? I need to talk to somebody about, okay, where we gonna be at from 10 years from now? You know what I'm saying? Where we gonna start? We need to get these goals and plans going instead of we just out here on, both of us on our own, trying to figure stuff out. True enough, I feel like, you know, being in Christ, even the more now, it's harder. It's harder for me to see where I'm going, or try to see my path for what God has for me to do. I just trust and believe in Him to, you know, He gonna see me through. That's
Right.
it. That's that blind faith you were talking about earlier. That's why I can totally attest that, because that's exactly where I'm at right now in my life. I got that blind faith. I'm
Right.
trusting and believing God to help me be the best father and the best husband I possibly can be on this earth.
Yes, sir.
That's just
Yes, sir.
Well, hope.
No.
Give us some hope.
I agree with both these brothers, and excuse me, and I think bouncing in between both, and because I'm married, and so of course I got the woman that I want, but I think there are things that all marriages need in order to grow. You know, you get that soil right so you can grow something from it, and one thing is, it's a two-part. It's wanting someone that understands the difference between unrealistic expectations and my actual role. Like Bishop said, you know, a lot of women want, you know, and it's all about them, but they don't really take the time to consider you. You know, as a man, you get tired.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
as a man, you hurt.
Right.
As a man, you know, sometimes you're not 100%, but you're still expected. And I'm not even gonna say, you know, she, because this, in terms of my wife, but just in general,
Right.
you may not be 100% that day, but you're still expected to be.
Right.
You know,
Exactly.
if just a hypothetical, if your wife likes to decorate, you know, and buys a lot of stuff and hides it at the neighbor house, you know, and go, no, because but say this hypothetical and hides it at the neighbor house, and let's say she doesn't, you know, the money is there to take care of us, take care of the family, take care of you, you know, but she'd rather, you know, have 1,000 different sets of curtains instead of doing something for herself. So when she get out there in them streets, they looking at her like, why he let her walk around like that?
Exactly.
You know, why her head always toe up? But not really. So now we're the problem.
Yeah,
Not
right.
realizing that I've provided more than enough, but these are the choices she's making. You know, I think it's unrealistic expectations put on our backs as men, and outside of all of that, it's because it's you know, we see it all in the world. We see, you know, men get blamed for everything.
Right.
We can never fall weak. We can
Yeah.
never fall short. You know, and so wanting, you know, a partner that understands that he's not going to be his best every day. He's sometimes he just don't put on the cape. Sometimes Superman got to take it off
Come on,
and
bro.
go to his fortress of
Yes,
solitude, and
Come on.
understanding that this home is his fortress. And so I'm going to do what I can to make sure when he gets here, he can relax. You know, he can have that time. He needs to regenerate to be stronger than ever. You know, when he go back out or the next day.
Your home should be a place where it should be a place of strength. You get tore up on your job, tore up here, tore up there, and then you have to come home, you get tore up there.
Oh, yeah.
Smoke in the city.
Right.
That's why, Lord, I hope I ain't caught stirring up no stank nowhere. But let me tell you, your home's supposed to be a place of strength and to be, get your strength back. And every man that's in it was something, repeat some of what you just, the last one you said.
I'm sorry, I was in the play.
You have went in the zone.
But it is like, okay, I'm gonna be honest. People think because my last name Knight, I'm a knight in shining armor. I didn't come to rescue you. Sometimes, you know, you got to rescue
I
me
got
too.
you.
We come to rescue each other. You know what I'm saying? I know the storybooks, the stories, whatever. And it was always Snow White was stupid. She ate the apple. Because she trusted the witch. But anyway, a lot of us trusted the witch. But anyway, and she ate the apple and she went to sleep. So the prince had to come and wake her up out of that. But, you know, a lot of times, you know, the man, you know, we always have this macho role that we got to play. We got to be, like you said, Superman all the time. But sometimes, you know, Wonder Woman was created for a reason too. Wonder Woman can save some people too. So we need Wonder Woman sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So it goes both ways, you know. And I understand what you're saying. Sometimes, even as a man, we translate things different than women. So when we're going through, women like to talk about it. They want to know the details and all of that. Men don't process like that. We have to get away. We have to just have a moment to ourselves. Sometimes the man will shut down, won't say nothing, because he got to process his way through this thing mentally and emotionally.
Before he start talking about it.
Yep.
Yeah.
What's wrong? You hungry?
Right.
Everything okay?
Exactly.
You need me to do something? You sleep?
Exactly.
Just let me
Exactly.
process.
Just give me a moment. And women got to learn how to give their man a moment. You know what I'm
saying
saying?
that, because I hear you. I'm a prophet, I hear you. He's saying that. It's been 2 weeks, he ain't said that yet. Give him time.
Right.
He'll talk about it. Just give him time. But the more you start,
Right.
he's gonna shut down the more.
Right.
Just give him a little space.
And I'm shut down. I shut down quick.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm sitting next to my brother in Christ over here.
I mean, and I'm trying not, and recently, I just been trying not to shut down as much because if I shut down, then we ain't getting no communication.
Right.
You know, so, okay, I'm giving you a minute. Do you want to talk about it? Or vice versa. She asked me, do you want to talk about it? Not right now. Okay, I'll give you a minute. You come back and
Right.
we can let's communicate.
Right.
Because I want to hit on this topic before it's trust. I truly believe trust is a big factor in a relationship, but communication is key, I feel like.
Right.
Because if you don't communicate, how
Right.
can you trust anybody?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Communication, you won't even have to worry about trust. As long as you telling me and we communicate, know what's going on, hey, we ain't got to trip on no trust.
Right.
There's no issue.
Because and I totally agree, because if you don't trust or you have an issue with trust, you're gonna make yourself crazy.
Yeah.
You gonna drive yourself crazy
Right.
because my dad had it on his refrigerator for years, and I didn't understand it until I got older and really became a man. And it was a scared man can't work, a scared man can't eat. It was like three different things. But the older I got, the more and more I realized just how important that was in all aspects of life.
Yeah.
You know, scared, meaning you're scared because you don't trust. So now you can't work your job because you thinking about what's going on over there or at the house. So
Right.
you'll run yourself crazy,
That's true.
you know, trying to do that.
So many things went through my mind, and I'm trying to listen. My phone about to go out, so if somebody might take over the commentary. Sister Mary, she said,
Hey, Mom.
"Boy, your mama listen."
You're right, Mom.
Yes, mothers are gonna be listening. They're gonna be watching. So yeah, But pretty much everything I said.
I want to read this comment Fifi.
Uh,
She said, also, women can't just agree with or try to be something for a man she is interested in. There's a person specifically designed for everyone, but if you are pretending to be someone else, you will never be connected to you. Always be true to yourself, and it will draw the right man to you.
Amen.
And I'm telling you, I totally agree. Be yourself. A lot of times people will find out what you're interested in, and they'll pretend like they're interested in what you're interested in, and then y'all end up in a situation, and then you find out ain't nothing there. Y'all ain't on the same level.
Yeah.
You just got the heads up about me, and you know what I like, and because you wanted to be with me, you know what I'm saying? You
Condition yourself.
You condition yourself. And yeah, so I totally agree. Be yourself. And stop trying to be somebody else to get somebody, because you might end up with somebody that.
And then you get married, and then you get this attitude. Well, I got him now.
Right.
And then you let it all hang out.
Right.
If I'm the Onion King,
What? Onion King.
if I'm the Onion King, I love cooking with onions.
Okay.
But you hate onions.
Right.
But for the while that we dating, you're gonna eat them onions like you just love them.
Right.
And then I get married to you because I'm like, oh my God, this woman loves onions just like you.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I feel you though.
And then get home, marriage night, try to eat an onion sandwich, and you get, no, I don't want nothing. I don't eat onion.
I hate the smell of onion.
Right.
And then they'll say, I don't want you to eat onion. You know?
Yeah.
But you came into it being you eat an onion, now they don't want you eating onions.
Okay, I know it sounds funny with me being an onion king, but that's just,
Right.
you condition yourself. You know you don't like certain things that I'm doing.
Right.
But just this, you see where I'm going. I might not be rich now, but you see where I'm going.
Right.
A lot of women, and men can too, but a lot of women, he might not be all together, but they see where he's going. So they say, let me jump on this train now,
Exactly.
so that my future.
Right. It'll be secure.
Yeah.
They try to secure a future based upon they see the potential that's on the inside of you.
Right, and I think
that's a
that's
train
a lot
wreck right now.
what Sister Fifi was talking about, be yourself. Because a lot of them, and the men do that too.
Right.
But I'm just saying, they condition themselves to, and they know they don't like certain ways that
Right.
they got. Instead of telling me, I don't like you doing this, I'd rather you tell me, look, I don't like you doing this.
Right.
I don't like you doing that. You even dress like this.
Right.
I don't like you doing that.
Right,
And I'll honor you the more
right.
for you telling me up front instead of you condition me and just rub
You
my
can't
head.
do women like that.
I was just
You
about to
can't
say,
be
you gonna be in
honest.
trouble.
You'll get in trouble.
Okay.
Let's use this for example. If I tell you I don't like fishnet stockings, and I don't like fishnet stockings, I don't. That's just me. I don't like them. Okay. And I come to you and I like you and everything. You the total package, but you wear fishnet stockings and I don't like them. She gonna be offended.
Right.
Or if they
So
feel
how can
like,
we work through that? Because I'm a straightforward person, and I want you to be straightforward with me. And this is an honest question. How do we work through that? I want you to be up in front of me, and they don't have most of the people that I'm dating, women I'm dating, they don't mind telling me what they don't like.
Right, but when
So how do
you
you
tell
work-
a woman,
So how do you work? How do you work? This is an honest question, y'all. If y'all can on Facebook, if y'all can help me, help me.
I got you. You let
Fifi, how you tell a woman?
because
How do you?
I've gotten in so much trouble for being just like you, just like this brother. I told my mama, me and Bishop had to be brothers at some point, because we just alike. But so what comes up, come out my mouth. I don't put no cut on it. I'll never let you go out there and look like a fool. So if something is off, I don't have no problem with saying it. That goes for my marriage, my friends, my family. It's just that's me.
That's me.
You know, I'm gonna, because I feel like if I don't say it and then you go out there looking like a fool, then I'm part of the problem. Because I could have caught that.
It's a reflection of us as well, you know.
I'm looking forward to some response on Facebook, y'all.
What I've learned to do is certain stuff you just gotta let get by you. Certain stuff, the little stuff, just let it get by you. You know, if it's
Just let
something
it go.
big, we have to deal with it when we get to it. But
yeah.
the little stuff just don't even, because you gonna get in trouble. And before you know it, you go, well, you ain't got nothing but negative stuff to say. You ain't got nothing but negative stuff to say. Well, you
Right.
know, you're doing a lot of negative stuff.
Right.
And I declare, I'm not sleeping on no sofa. I don't care how mad you is at me. You better scooch on over. I'm getting in my bed. Especially if I help pay for that joker. Roll on over and just lay on that side.
I got on the sofa.
But before it's over, we're gonna be cuddling because you ain't gonna get stay mad at me.
I didn't even get told to get on the sofa. I tried to be big. I'm sleeping on the sofa.
Yeah.
My knee hurt for about 3 months.
I mean, this is a cliche. All your TV shows and stuff, when the woman get mad with the man, he has to sleep on the sofa. And I made that promise. I promised to the Lord.
Right.
I'm not sleeping on no doggone sofa. Me and you just gonna be, but we don't let the sun go down on your rap. But me and you, we just gonna have to work it out because that bed feels good. I'm gonna sleep on my bed, so
Can
I
I
ain't got no answer for nobody. Go ahead.
Well, it was something that was brought up earlier, and it's just in the back of my mind. I got to say it. And I ain't picking on the sister, but earlier the sister said, if a man knows his role in Christ and how to lead, then when he comes in,
I tried not to go there.
I have to. So when he comes in, not everything is is perfect. Everything falls into place. But I think that's one of those unrealistic expectations, because a lot of times, even if the man got it okay, that woman may not know her role at all. Or we see the world differently. I may be coming from a Heathcliff Huxtable standpoint,
Yeah, right.
than where she might have married with children.
Yeah.
Right.
And so what we think and what we desire from our partner
Right.
is totally different.
Right.
So I think that's just something that needs to be looked into more, because even when you bring in mental illness, she may be a peacemaker, I may be a hellraiser.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right.
And so it's just
Or
so
vice
many,
versa.
or vice versa. That's right. and so there's so many different factors that have to go into each household. This is how we're gonna do it.
Yeah.
Because the way my mom and my daddy did it might not be our way or yours.
Can I say something? Yeah. I just want to address this, and I'm not trying to call nobody out of, because we're just up here talking, have a discussion, giving our opinions. But the part about building somebody, I don't see anything wrong with building someone. You could see someone that might let's just use it for example. You grew up middle class. They might have grown up in poverty. And you see the potential in them. You know, even though they grew up in the hood, geographical locations should have no bearing on intellect. But because they grew up in a situation that's different from yours, you can see the potential in them, and they haven't experienced what you've experienced. I don't see nothing wrong with saying, okay, let me show you this, let me show you that, let me take you to this kind of restaurant because you've never been there before. Let's watch this kind of movie and have a discussion while we're watching the movie. I'm trying to get you to see from different viewpoints and different aspects. I don't see nothing wrong with, helping to build someone or change their perspective. Because when you come into a relationship, nobody's perfect, number one. Nobody's perfect. And I feel like, even in the body of Christ, where I'm weak, okay, it said, when I'm weak, y'all are strong. When y'all strong, I'm weak, vice versa. So when you're in a weak place, I'm strength to you. I'm supposed to be strength to you. So I feel like if you are in a place where you don't have knowledge of certain things, what's wrong with me introducing you to these things? What's wrong with me showing you this type of perfume? What's wrong with me taking you to a salon and saying, okay, let's try this type of salon. Let's try this type of look. Let's try something, more elegant than, something more ratchet or edgy. And there's nothing wrong with ratchet. I like ratchet. I like a classic chick. I like a classic chick with a side of ratchet. It's boring to just be, you know what I'm saying? But they have a little edge. I love that. You gotta have a little cray in there, a little bit in the mix. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. But see, I don't see anything wrong with having to do that, to bring out the best in somebody. I mean, if we've all seen the movie Pretty Woman, I'm guessing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And look how she met this millionaire and how he introduced her to some things and it changed her life. So why can't we do the same thing with somebody else? So I just want to get that out. I don't see nothing wrong with taking the time to build somebody if you see potential there. If you see some raw clay that just needs your hands to mold it, I don't see nothing wrong with it.
Well, I know I'm rough right here, so yeah. Yeah.
It's value.
It's just a
It's
work
value
in
in all of
progress.
us.
Work in
It's
progress.
value in
Right.
all of us.
It's some value on the inside of all of us. And that person that really loves you and interested in you, he's gonna stick around to see that piece of coal turn into that diamond. He's gonna stand there with you, vice versa, to see you go through all the pressure, everything that was designed to break you and tear you down. He's gonna stand there with you and he's gonna watch you rise to the occasion and become that gemstone, that diamond.
Right, and I want that to be the same for me. I want them to.
Right,
That's-
and it should go both ways.
This one, I didn't date her, but I admired the way, in North Carolina.
A lot of women.
You gonna be North
I went to nearly zero when I came back to.
Carolina in the streets.
I just admired this relationship because she used to come up to me. She was like, and her, they might be married by now, but her and her boyfriend at the time, I just liked the way that she was talking about it. She was like, I love that nigga right there. I'll beat down over that man right there.
Oh yeah.
And she used to, how she had his back, and I was like, oh my God, I wish she was single, because that's what I want. I want that. I don't want the kind that be like, well, why you hug her? Why you did this? Why you over there? All up in her face.
Right.
She trusted, the Bible said, for her to be a virtuous woman, I'm not trying to preach, the heart of her husband can safely trust in her. That means he can go anywhere. He's a businessman and stuff. And he can go anywhere. She trusts him, and he trusts her. And I think that was part of that relationship that I kind of admired. I was like, man, she taking up for him. She got his back. She supported him. That's what I'm looking for in a marriage. Frazier, you ain't got it all together, but I'm a back you up 100%. I'm gonna tell you what you need to do, correct and behind the scenes. But as far as the public need to know, I got your back. 100%. And I think that's part of. My phone back going, yeah, dating 101, yeah. That's part of the relationship about trust. Okay, I'm almost. Y'all got anything to say? I'm put all my business out there. Ain't I? Oh. Now this one I moved back to Georgia.
Lord.
She lived. Okay, I have to be very specific. Very specific.
Get that coffee, man.
Very specific. Because like I said, I'm a church boy. I've never really been in the street. You can tell that hope. I ain't never really been in the street. So church boy, born and raised, holiness, Pentecostal, apostolic, whatnot. And so this one, I have to be very spiritual because I don't want nobody saying I'm talking about them. This one lives in Barnesville, Georgia. I'm very particular with what I'm trying to say now. She lived in Barnesville, Georgia. Okay. She can't see because I blocked her.
Mrs. Fraser gonna be scared of you, Pastor.
I blocked her on my phone everywhere because that woman, she was aggressive. She was aggressive, I'm telling you. She was saved, sanctified, Holy Ghost filled, speaking in tongues, could pray heaven down. And I was like, oh my God, I got the one. And then I started, and then conversation, pretty good. Then that thing, you know, she was talking about, you gotta be down in the water in Jesus' name. And I was trying to show her a better way. And it is Jesus' name, y'all. I don't want nobody coming from it. But I was just saying, it was just flipping back ideas and stuff. And she just did not, oh my God, she nearly jumped down my throat with a lot of doctrine. Let me see who else.
He said, Willie, how many women have you dated, yo?
Wow.
And the question, and the answer to that,
successes.
it was some successes. It was like maybe 2 or 3 several circumstances and one good one.
I know that's what I'm saying. 'Cause see, you gonna have to defend yourself.
You
Because most
sure
people
will.
looking at this,
Yes,
you know what I'm
I
saying? They
can
might
defend
say,
myself.
is it you? They might say, is it you?
I can defend myself. Some of it was me.
I don't even believe it.
But then some of one was just, it was long distance, and right when we was about to meet and stuff, I got sick and had to move back there. And that was one I really wanted to work through because she was awesome. She was brown and
You gotta smile a little bit.
Lord, she was blessed by God. But right when she moved to North Carolina, I had to move back to Georgia because of circumstances. And then one ended mutually. You know, we're still friends to this day. So it just ended mutually. I used to think that I never really dated that many, but now that I think about it,
That's 15, pal.
no, I don't know about that. I don't know about 15.
You called out. Most of them was in North Carolina.
You can stay away from that.
Yeah, I tried. And now when I was dating, I really tried. And then, like I said, now if we don't take nothing else from what we don't talk about, it's ultimately your decision. Do not marry, and I'm quite sure y'all know this. Do not marry because somebody said she the one for you.
Right.
You got to know within yourself. Because at the end of the day, if I get married to somebody because mother so-and-so, I'm not going to name no, mother so-and-so, a prophetess so-and-so, a apostle so-and-so said, they ain't got to go home. You know what I mean? And that means vice versa, the woman with the man. They ain't got to go home with, I got to go home.
Right.
I got to go home with this that you done chose to be my husband. So the ultimate decision, I don't care if they hung the Messiah and, ooh, I feel it in my spirit that that's the one. You got to be convicted in yourself
Right.
that she the one.
That's right. That's right. Amen.
Vasha said, say that. You gotta be convicted within yourself. Now, what were we talking about? About me? Yeah, I had some pretty good ones. But,
So are
What-
looks the only thing that you're attracted to in a woman? Is
Thank
it the
you.
most important thing?
No, and I think we covered this last time, that second section I have talked to, maybe I shouldn't, yeah. I don't,
You let that go.
Y'all
That's
already know where
that's
I'm
gonna be a problem.
okay, let me just put it like this, I done ran the gamut from skinny to, pretty large.
Pretty Lord. That's a little over the health.
That's a nigga.
What is it called, GBW?
Yeah, so,
Big, beautiful.
yeah, yeah, so it don't matter, but it matters, if that makes sense. Me personally, I'm looking for spiritual, I'm looking for balance.
Right.
I just, and there was one,
Oh, Lord.
I lit on.
Can I say this? I just want to say this. When you are interested or you trying to approach a man of God, the blueprint is already there. You can, if you see that his heart is ministry, his passion is for ministry, and you can meet him there. I mean, the thing is, it don't matter how much makeup you put on. It don't matter how many different outfits you change every Sunday or the perfume you put on. If you cannot stand beside that man and the anointing and the calling that's on his life, what's the point? What's really the point? Because this man is in spiritual warfare, and your lace front wig ain't gonna cast out no demons. It ain't gonna shift no atmosphere. It ain't gonna cause sickness out. I'm just being honest, because some people are so caught up in this. They be bouncing around the church and their outfits go thinking that this is gonna get that man's attention. But if you see that this man is for real, that you know he is a prayer warrior, he's an intercessor, that he has the gift for healing, the gift for prophecy, he can preach the word of God, break it down. If you see that this is his passion and his heart, meet him there. And you should already be trying to build a relationship yourself. So meet him there. And if it's meant to be, y'all will come together. But I'm sorry, so many people waste their time thinking that a wardrobe change is gonna cause, a connection, and you missing the mark. You missing the mark. The blueprint is there, and you're trying to do it your way. And that's why it's failing. And that's why it'll never work. And I ain't talking about trying to make yourself be something that you're not. But if you're already in Christ and you see he's in Christ, like he said, pray. Are you praying for him? You know what I'm saying? Are you praying for her? That's the meat that I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking for. Somebody that can cover me because they know my assignment. Someone that can encourage me and push me and say, baby, look, I know you got all this warfare. I know you got all these opposition, but God called you. I'm right here with you. I'm praying for you. I'm covering you. I love you. I believe in you. Everybody wants somebody in their life that believes in them.
Right.
And if you never tell that person that, then they're not going to look at you in that light. You understand what I'm saying? If you can't tell your spouse, I believe in you. If you never do it, I believe in you, and whatever, even when you don't really fully see the vision, but because you love this person and you know their heart and you know who they are, you can say, look, I believe in you. It might seem crazy to me, and I might not understand, but I believe in you. And I think when you got somebody like that, you got the real deal.
Right.
Amen.
I just, before my phone went out, Vasha said something. If somebody can.
She said, make sure that she is real and love you. Imperfections and all. The heart is what makes a person beautiful on the outside.
Right.
Exactly.
Now, and the question was asked, was it me? I done been through all these, was it me? And truth be told, it might have been me, because like I said, I'm not saying that I was just 100% perfect. But I did have some good 2 or 3 good ones. It just situations happen where, like I said, change of location and all that. But anyway, I had some, and then one, like I said, ended mutually. But go ahead. You said something. Now we're talking about men in ministry. Well, what you said. Yeah, that attracts me more. Oh yeah. I didn't date this one, but
We about to shift. We about to shift. We'll be here all night. We about to shift. I'm sorry. I'm interjecting. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna call the women up now, and we're gonna all just talk the last 10 minutes out, and we're gonna get out of here.
right, y'all can, if y'all don't mind, we have a
It's gonna
man
be
sit
Sunday
on.
morning food, okay?
No, but I'm just saying the spiritual part, that attracts me a little bit more than just physical appearance.
Oh, no, excuse me.
And there was this one girl. She wasn't safe in the church per se. Y'all, if y'all don't mind, if we can we'll pass the mic to you. If you don't mind, just sit. Is it visible right here?
It's visible.
Okay. We put in, y'all. Come on, Sister Joanne.
From the altar. They can put the chairs right there across from the altar.
But this one, what I thought was attractive in her, she didn't get saved in a church setting. She got saved like in a home setting. And for a long period of time, she just prayed and read the Bible by herself. What was attractive to me was when I started questioning her about her experiences and what she had learned, what God had taught her. It was jammed up with like someone that had been in church all their life. And that was very attractive to me. It was very, very attractive. So, in the last word. Come on now, come on.
How real is potential? Saying that you see the potential in somebody, but they don't see the potential in themselves, it'll never be.
Repeat that.
If I meet you and I say, well, I'm gonna continue to date him because I see the potential. I see the potential, but he don't see the potential, so it's
In
not
himself.
real. Mhm.
Can I say
Potential
a
is
woman
not
has the
real.
power to make a man see the
Oh my
potential
God.
that's on the inside? Yeah.
Speaking
Dude,
into
9 times out of 10, a lot of stuff that men do is because women help birth it and push it.
Okay,
You
we
know.
talking about, we talking about a certain type, certain men.
That's
I
anyway.
think that's what it is. I think you
Anyway.
gotta speak it into him.
Man,
But I
a
mean,
woman-
I
always,
Man, you'll make a man hurt his back and lift up something heavy. If you just tell him, that's my man, right?
yeah, I think you just gotta continue to.
An audience of what? Man, you'll pick up, I'll try to pick up a refrigerator.
My man, I'm sipping on
Yeah, right, because you don't realize the power that you hold, especially if y'all in a good situation. Man, you tell me
I
I
don't
can.
talking about you good.
I hurt my back. I've been a hernia, done split the bus, and they was like, I'm for real. If you encourage me, you can. It's just the words that you say, man.
Bishop.
You talking about somebody preaching? I'm like, yeah. Go ahead.
Bishop was telling a true story, but I don't think he even knowing it, because allegedly when me and Kristen was just dating, I was up to no good, allegedly. And so we had a situation, and I remember we was riding on a long black road. It was dark out there. And so I told her to give me a phone. She said no. I slammed the brakes, so I'm just trying to be dramatic. You know, you slam the brake and do something, right? You slam the brakes. So when I slammed on the brakes, you either gonna give me that phone or you gonna walk. She kind of looked around and looked to see how dark it was out there. So she handed me the phone. But back then we knew the code to each other's phone. She had to change that code in that phone. Cause when I tried to get in the phone, the code was different. So we had to go back and forth about that. You gonna walk if you don't give me that code. She gave me the code. When she gave me the code, I went straight to, cause you know, I didn't believe in like going through your phone, but I went straight to it was a friend of mine. He was supposed to be a friend of mine. I went straight to that message, and in there, I remember like it was yesterday. He was telling her stuff. I guess he tried to get with her. He was telling her stuff, and when it got down to the end, she said, "Well, I hate that he doing me like that, but I'm gonna pray for him to be a better man and a better father." That's the reason why I married Kristen. That's the reason why I chose to stop allegedly what I was doing and to do something different. And we've had our rough patches, and we still growing together. But I knew that, like Bishop said, and I'm, you know, I'm not in ministry, but I knew then, you know, because of what my mama raised, you know, who my mama raised, that this woman praying for you, you know, this, for you to be a better man and a better father, it really ain't even got nothing to do with her. That's about you. You know, you need to do better. And so that was the turning point, you know, in our marriage, and it was something. No. I'm saying the turning point in me. I'm sorry, in me wanting to marry her, but she didn't think I was serious. Her mom used to look at me over them glasses. You think that man really wants you? But I don't think neither one of them knew. But that's what changed me. You know, it made me realize what I had, and that's another thing. I think a lot of us need to be mindful about what we got, because you be so quick to let it go, and then when you ain't got it no more, now you walking out there looking crazy. You know,
Right.
now you're sick and you can't function.
Right,
Be mindful about what you got.
right. Okay. So Chris, you look like you got a word bubbling in the video.
Can I say something? I know I'm not on camera. Let me say that right quick. Earlier when I gave the illustration about the fish nets. Now I just want to clarify. I just want to clarify. The fish nets, even though I say I might not like them, that's not enough to stop me from pursuing you though. So I'm just saying some things, like Fifi was saying, some things can be compromised, some things can be worked out. But if I feel like there's a great connection and there's great potential between us, I'm not gonna cancel that out just because I have an issue because you wear pink fingernail polish and I don't like it. I mean, I'm not gonna cancel it out for something trivial as that. So I just want to clear that up. I was just using that as an example.
I also wanted to say too, like prior the other. when
She gotta come back down.
jokingly, when we was talking about the Build-A-Bear, now that was in the mindset of unsaved, didn't know what you want. You know, you just I remember just being young and didn't know that, hey, look, the Bible says when a man finds a wife. So I was just out dating, doing whatever. But then, you know, I remember getting up and saying, hey, you know what? Today I'm gonna find me a man today. You know, and I was able to do that. But then you end up with somebody that oh my God, that you didn't really dream of thinking that. I mean, somebody just totally off.
Right.
So, and when you knew you have values and morals and different things like that, and you just have a different upbringing, different type of upbringing, when just because this man looked a certain kind of way, this, that, and other. So the character, as I got older, as I got younger, as I got mature in God.
I want to
No,
get young.
So I spoke that to me in the name of Jesus. I receive it. I receive it. Okay. So, but as I, you know, we say that jokingly, but I do believe in speaking and building. So let me clarify that too. Even though I don't think that was taken that way, but from that mindset of, just to clear that up, yes, I do believe in that, but that was a comical Build-A-Bear, because all at the same time, there are some folks that's so off. Now there are some folks that's so off that you know, you like they don't even know what communion is. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You know, they don't know what different things, and they're not willing to come and walk the walk. So, you know what I'm saying? So that from that perspective of understanding and knowledge, so for the hearers out there.
For the ladies.
Come on in.
Yes, the light ain't come on, but yes.
Okay. Okay, so ladies, you married and, you know, ladies single, how would you handle a situation if you, like Bishop was saying, like, you ain't used to this, you ain't used to something, you ain't never experienced this type of food, this type of travel, none of this. How would you respond to it, or how would you, you know, like, hey, for instance, your significant other, you be like, hey, let's go try some Indian food. Would you be open for it, or would you just shoot it down automatically?
Well, I'm gonna say mine first. Let me speak first.
Yeah.
Mine real short and simple. If I say I ain't gonna eat it, I'm not eating it. But I'm trying to learn to, you know what I'm saying, step outside the box, because I'm real basic. Hope tell me all the time, like, ooh, girl, you so big, you so big. So I'm trying, but I'm not down with all that extra stuff. You know, I like to stick to the basic, but I'm willing to, you know.
And I guess that's where the compromise come in. Like he said, he's open to travel. Cause I know, I guess like in the last couple of years, we knew some people that have never left out of Milledgeville. And I'm like, how you left out of Milledgeville? Like never went to Atlanta, well, maybe went to Macon, but never went to Atlanta, and you were right here in Milledgeville. And so it's just like, huh? Like how you never been? And I mean, you'll be amazed. But like I said, I guess it's all about just compromising and having that communication. But I'm pretty sure you'll know who you got, you know, in the dating phase before you even get to marriage, as far as knowing that if this person will travel or this person will, you know, try different food. So like she said, she's open to now trying new food. So I think it's just all about compromising.
Yeah.
So.
That's true. I had a itch that I had to scratch. I moved because I wanted a different environment. And then when I moved from South to North Carolina. I traveled to Ohio, to Texas, some other places, and I was like, man, I want to do some more traveling. And the Lord, from what the Lord been speaking the last few months, yeah, I'm gonna be hitting the road again. But just, and it's when I traveled that I began to see, cause all I knew was one type of church,
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
one type of food cooking, one type of this, one type of that. But when I moved away, I went to, I thought I was gonna settle into one church. It took me a while. So I experienced different churches, different modes of worship, different food, different nationality people. I fell in love with Jamaican cooking and Caribbean cooking and, oh my God, Indian and then Greek and Lord, what's the other? We love Italian and China. But I'm just saying, like Jamaican and Caribbean and all them, they cook food different. And I'm tapping into a little bit of African too. So, and so I would like to bring that into my relationship too. So yeah, like you said, that's where that compromise come in there.
I'm the one that in the relationship is the wild one. Like I love to travel. We go walking up Stone Mountain. We go hiking. We go river rafting. So I'm the one.
What about bungee jumping?
Oh no. I'm the one that do
I do
that.
the chair.
I'm the one that
Yeah,
introduces the kind of, the stuff that's different every time I meet somebody. I'm always saying, come on, let's do this. And they be like, the world? So I haven't met no, well, they say they ready, but then when it's time, it's like you put on the front for me. Because you know that ain't what you want and it ain't what you used to. But I'm the one that answers the question. I'm the one in the relationship that's saying, come on, let's go do this, let's try it. So, I know I can compromise. I know I can, be in the new stuff because I'm the one that's offering.
So I got a question for everyone, whoever want to answer. So you meet someone and y'all have chemistry, all of that, great conversation, all of that, but when it comes to your extracurricular activities, they don't line up, they're not parallel. One prefers to sit at home all the time and read a book and watch a series on Netflix and just order takeout, and then you outgoing, you want to go, like you said, to Stone Mountain, you want to go zip lining, you want to do that. So could something like that work?
Can
Oh, go ahead.
It can, cause I can read. I love to travel and I love to go places, but at times I like to stay at home and read. I got a whole library of ebooks that I could just sit and read forever. Just bring me a sandwich and I'll be all right. But then there are other times where I want to go out. I want to go to the movies. I want to go is it roller skate? Yeah, ice, not the ice, but that roller skate.
But shouldn't there be a change now that you are in a relationship?
Yeah, that's why
It should be a little balance, a little bit of balance, and a little bit of compromise.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be always on the go.
But should she have to
Y'all look at
always,
me like I'm crazy, but
but should she always have to say, take me out this weekend? Should she
No.
always have to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it should.
But you want
No,
to read Harry Potter then. You said that I'm trying to read Harry
we
Potter.
don't work out a schedule. We have to work out a
That's
schedule.
have to have a schedule.
We have to
There
work out a
has to be a
schedule.
schedule so you can be able to balance
Right.
the both.
I'm like, well, today we're not going anywhere. Sit, read.
Oh my God.
Cause I think now like even with,
I know.
I think now like.
Don't come for me now, y'all. I know y'all was, but don't come for me now.
Robert, I think now, like, even with me and Sean, being married as long as we've been married, like, I'm a country girl at heart.
Right.
Like, Sean just know the pavement and the hood. So now, like, we living like.
Jesus.
He
That's it.
What's somebody say?
Basha said it could work. That's where compromise come into play. You do what he likes and he does what she likes.
This it.
Right. It's a little compromise. Yeah, it's gonna have to be a little compromise.
And we still trying to balance. Like I said, I'm country at heart. Like, I love animals. Sean hate animals.
I love
Sean ain't trying to go to the zoo.
No.
He done went
I want
once.
me a little kitten so bad.
Ooh, I hate cats. Like, Sean ain't trying to do
Come on, talk about.
Sean ain't trying to do none of
Oh,
that.
no cats.
But I told him, it's either I'm gonna be going without you, or he gonna have to
But I
I'm
do, but like she said, I do compromise because a lot of times the places I don't want to go, it really ain't even about me and her wanting to do it, but it's the children. It's giving them experiences, and I hate things.
And he'll make it
I
miserable.
can't stand
He'll
Six
make it
Flags.
miserable.
Six Flags, the hottest place on earth.
He wanna rush the
Not
kids.
to mention the highest. $16 for a bottle of Gator.
But I've done it, and I'll do it.
Yeah,
I'll do it. But now the food, I think it's two things me and Kristen both share that I love. We don't mind trying nothing new when it comes to food. We go do it. Restaurants, we love to try something different, and just that open road, just traveling. Our vision is to get us a RV and just ride. Right. So and to go eat dives and drive.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
What about this is just off the wall question. I know we got cold, but what about camping?
Yes.
Like going like central tent in the middle of the woods.
Kristen said she didn't say nothing.
I wanna go.
Let me read this right quick, because I like to give you shout outs. T. Howell says that can work. One can introduce spontaneous activities and have the other to push themselves, while the other can introduce the value of quiet and stillness
Ooh,
to
that
the
real
other.
good. That real good.
Exactly.
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 That real good.
And send me your
Thank you.
drinking coffee.
Yeah, because I'm in my life. What the last part? Read the last part.
While the other can introduce the value of quiet and stillness to the
Oh,
other.
stillness. Quietness and stillness. Yes, I can introduce you. I am a master of stillness and stability and just being the same. But anyway, we introduced that to one another.
Well, hold on. Can I bring out something that you shared with me about you? Okay. So,
One thing about Prophet, okay, he considered himself a creature of
Of
habit.
habit, yes.
So if he used to doing something a certain way, he's not trying to do another way. Even if it's a route to a specific location, he's not open to trying another route because he's a creature of habit. So how can that
That's the same thing
be?
I was doing said about the kitchen.
Yeah.
So that's where the compromise come in.
Right, then I would have to compromise, but then just I guess that's why because stretching a lot. I know we ain't talking about prophesying and stuff. You have to stretch yourself. And if you don't stretch yourself, you just stay in a little box. So I think that's, yeah, I have to compromise in every area of my life. Cause if you're gonna grow, you're gonna have to stretch. But yeah, it's like pulling teeth with me, cause I'm so used to routine. Just do it this way.
And I think
And,
too,
you know,
I think too, with just having a habit, you gotta think about you're single. So you have this habit as a single person.
Right.
So now you're becoming two and really
And
like
one.
becoming
Yeah,
two,
yeah,
becoming
right.
one.
Exactly.
So now you gotta
Yeah.
adapt to something different versus saying, this is my habit because I wake up, I make my bed, I drink my coffee, I pray, I do. So now it's like, now you gotta incorporate two lives that's becoming one. So now y'all gotta come up, so pretty much
With
like you
that
just
one.
emptying
Yeah, exactly.
your whole thing.
I don't know about emptying, but I
You
get
really
rid of it.
He said, I don't know about
I ain't- you're not-
it.
I get rid of a
But
good
you're starting with
portion.
a new slate, and y'all
Right.
can add, like y'all like add on what
I
needs to,
agree.
what needs to be inside
Okay,
of it.
okay.
And then y'all will filter out what don't work for y'all.
Okay, I understand that now that I'm thinking about it, yeah.
I was just gonna answer the question. I am very much open for trying, because if I've went to that level, then we've already got past the filters. So I want to have an experience with you. You know what I'm saying? I want to have that experience with you, and I would love that lead. So because it seems like I'm always, in the past, have always been the one to coordinate this and gonna do this and gonna do that, but I want to sit back sometimes and I like that spontaneous.
Right.
I like the spontaneous now.
Right. That's the
Bring
thing
it
about me
on.
now. That's the thing about me now.
We gonna end this
I-
shit.
we gonna end it. But that's the thing about me. I can have a routine, but all of a sudden I get tired of my own routine, and then I just bust out the box with something crazy. So y'all just enjoy the ride. You know.
If I'm going to the kitchen.
Right. I might just be spontaneous. Okay, what's open? It's 3 o'clock in the morning. I don't feel like going to sleep. Don't feel like reading. Don't feel like doing it. What's open? Let's go. You
There you
know.
go.
Let's
Right.
ride.
Just spontaneous.
You know,
I mean, I'm not.
Yeah.
I am a creative. I have it,
I
but
love
I
it.
do have that little thing I get into where I let you do something crazy. Just,
I got a question, and I guess you're speaking from a not having children standpoint. So how do, I guess, people that are married, you know what I'm saying, like, cause I guess when we first met, it was spontaneous, like, we didn't have all these children running there, where we could just get up, like, me and Sean go to Atlanta, go here, you know, fly there, go there. But now it's just like, now we're in this period, in this season of our life, we're raising children, so we just can't just jump up out the bed and say we're going down to the lake. Cause we got a house for the children.
Right.
So it's like, how do you keep all of that going when you don't have the family support to be able to watch your children?
Right.
So it's like, now you're going on dates with all your kids.
right.
Or you gotta
You have to
stay.
do a little Googling and find places that's like kid friendly. Oh, you
You
know.
talking about one-on-one time,
Yeah,
but how you
that's
feel
what
away without that support?
Well,
That, cause
oh, I wasn't gonna say something.
What
I ain't gonna say
doing
this.
this call for the children? Give them a couple deals, when they go to sleep, then y'all do y'all thing.
Oh, you just said.
Picnic in the backyard.
I wasn't gonna say that.
Having in the backyard.
Because it would have been like Rose I had said. 'Cause I was like, put some in their milk, let this all.
We're just joking.
We're joking.
We're just joking, just having
And
fun.
I'm gonna tell on Mrs. Hope a little bit, because it's the little one, you know, it's the youngest one that we have, you know, the most. But when you say, you know, let Miss Sit, let her go on over there with Miss Sit, that baby don't need to be over there at home.
That makes me trying to have a life though.
She do, but I
She
feel
have
like
a
she.
daycare Monday through Friday with
Yeah.
her children. By Friday evening, Miss Sit,
Listen,
she
y'all.
tired.
Listen, y'all, Ava get to acting up at Miss Sit house. Miss Sit ain't gotta call her. Miss Sit call her son. You hear me? That's Ava house.
But I feel like it's almost like you got lifelines. So like if you playing a game show, like if you got 3. So I feel like I don't wanna wear anything out. Like I feel like if it's a show no trip that we planning, then I would utilize her. But just for just random dates,
I don't really wanna utilize her, because at the end of the day, she still have a high schooler at home. She has a
She got a
son
lot.
in college, and then she has small children all week. So I know her mind shot, and then at the end of the day, this ain't nothing to me. You got a husband, and y'all act like children half the time. So you gotta about halfway raise y'all too. I love you though, baby.
Well, this is what a marriage is about.
So bring
yeah,
back
you're
shot,
right.
honey.
Man, we can,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
we can.
You see, I didn't,
Right, I ain't thinking about that.
I ain't
Yeah,
said
yeah.
nothing.
We can throw a temperature just like a
Don't-
2 or 3 year old.
Don't let me be sick.
Right.
I ain't no good.
Oh, we.
Right.
No, he ain't gonna get the same treatment.
Right.
But we're gonna act like it's a whole hot pit in there when the women do it.
Right.
But men, Sean, please been there today.
Got this NyQuil for you, baby. Don't sweet your cup.
Sean, put me in the bed, honey.
So she can go to sleep.
That's it. Got this NyQuil.
But you can go ahead, Pop.
I was, and I think you're about to say some. Oh, I'm gonna say this, and then we're gonna try to round it off and end it. But you were saying about with children, that's where that brainstorming come in at. Cause I love TikTok. If for any other reason, it gives you new ideas.
It does.
And it showed where this couple, they was like, they couldn't really go out, but they wanted a nice thing.
Dinner.
Right.
I think I seen that.
And they fixed up the living room, had a canopy and everything, had the champagne and the ice and stuff, and just had games and stuff. I mean, you don't really have to go out all the time. You can do something spontaneous there at the house. Make sure the children in bed though, you know, lock the door, have a little monitor.
Yeah.
But yeah, give them some NyQuil and, you know.
Oh, not that good.
No, she can't give no NyQuil.
We'll get them the Holy Ghost.
Okay, I put it like that. Give them some warm milk, because that's supposed to put them to sleep. I think warm milk is supposed to put them to sleep. But what not? But anyway, you can plan something. Huh?
Who said so? Cause Mama Mary said you said it on it, baby girl. Who said
Got to be her favorite.
Oh, that's why she said, Mama, watch it. But yeah, there's just stuff you can do at the house. And the way I am, I can rig some up in a minute. We ain't gonna go a day. Believe me, I could be have a pattern, the creature of habit. But when I'm spontaneous, I'm spontaneous. To the point that I can be a little scary. Okay, we're gonna round it out. But just I like to have a little. I like to throw a little jolliness, a little spontaneity, a little keep you on your toes. Cause I can be a creature of habit, but then when I change up habit, I change up hard. So
All right.
right, and the Lord knows. The Lord knows. Cause I could be sitting there quiet and then I just say something crazy. Just for the heck of it. What to keep marriage alive? That's the second part of my, when I'm the host, that'll be the second. Keep marriage alive, keep relationship alive. What do you do to keep it alive? Cause I know I can do something crazy. We just, you know,
It's time to go.
TikTok, I ain't never had none of that. I want
just to give you a flavor, give you the flavor for the next program that I will be hosting. You choose somewhere along the line. Okay, to round off everything that we've said today, God, marriage and relationship is God ordained, and woman, you're strong. Man, you're strong, and bring your strength together where you weak at, let the other one show you up and build you up. And it can be a good, healthy relationship where you'll grow in yourself and you'll grow with God. Real serious. And you'll get strength like no other. And you'll be able to fulfill your purpose in life.
Can I just say this before we go? And I just got to say it. When you are in love with someone, whether you're in a relationship, on your way to marriage, or you're married, we don't compete with each other.
Right.
We don't compete with, you just don't do it. It's not a competitive thing. If I'm shining, you shining. If I'm building, you building. If I'm growing, you growing. If I'm successful, you successful. But there are a lot of people that try to compete with their mates, and that's not the move.
No competition, you know, we build one another, we strengthen one another. And my success is your success, and yours is mine. All right. This has been a good discussion of Shift After Dark. A little long, but I'm quite sure y'all have enjoyed it just as much as I have. So until next time, I think the next one, Bishop going to be hosting it, and some other people. But until next time, may God bless you, and do something to make your marriage spice up the more. God bless you.